Welcome to a first edition of Behind the Scenes by David Britton. So first of all, we're on our way to go and view a barn conversion with about 30 acres of land. It's got consent for a Grand Designs house, which is going to be very exciting. Also going to the Newlands Valley now, just overlooking Cat Bells and all of the fantastic Lakeland Fells. So I'm going to get the chance to see something lovely there today. And if I get enough time, in Borrowdale, of all places, at the top of a mountain, there's a really cool waterworks, which I've got no idea who's going to buy it, but somebody will buy it with a view they can do something with it in the future. That's just kind of a bit of a snippet of my day. It started off very early this morning with all the normal stuff that you do as a business owner, paperwork, finances, all that kind of jazz. But it's exciting to get out on the open road, go and see something interesting, and that is the start of my day. So we're going to give you little segments as things go along, so you can see basically what happens in this crazy world. See you soon. So the first views of the national park are coming up in the distance over there, which I don't know if you can see properly, is Blencathra. My trusty camera woman hopefully today is managing to capture that. But as we get further and closer to the beautiful Lake District National Park, you start to realise why so many millions of people have fallen in love with this place over the years. So in front of us we have Blencathra, one of the most famous mountains in the Lake District National Park. It's been given the nickname Saddleback, as you can see from the top of the mountain, with the way that it looks like it's the saddle from a horse. So there you go, there's a little bit of Lake District history. This is probably one of the most iconic mountains, just because of the way that it's shaped, but it's also the main lead-in point from the M6 on the A66, leading through to Keswick and to that part of the Northern Lake District National Park. It is absolutely stunning, and on a beautiful blue sky day like today, bit of haze, but on a blue sky day like today, this really does shout out as to why we all love the Lake District National Park. And this is visited as a UNESCO World Heritage Site by millions and millions of people every year. So this is a pretty decent lead-in to get into some of the properties we're going to see today. So it's actually time now to head into the mountains. So we are just coming into the village of Braithwaite. Really pretty. I've stayed here a couple of times when we used to camp and go out and see bits and bobs. Great walking from here because you've got a lot of fantastic fells all around in every direction. It's a really pretty little village actually. Well worth the stay. And now we're going to veer down here, and if you can see this is down to Blencathra Pass in one direction and the Buttermere and the Newlands Valley in the next. So only another few minutes and we will be at our destination. So this is our actual approach to the property. This is rather special. Love it the way the trees sweep over the road. As we break through these, we're going to now start to see the mountains open up. This is actually quite a magical location. I'm very lucky to have been here for quite a lot of times, and surrounding this part of us now is all of these spectacular mountain backdrops. So this is the access to be able to get to this wonderful house. I mean, come on, this is absolutely out of this world, completely breathtaking. Properties needs quite a lot of renovation, which I think is quite exciting for somebody that can come and make this how they want it. You've got one neighbour, that is it, one single neighbour, but you are sat in what can only be described as idyllic, perfect Lakeland setting. I'm going to keep rolling this because I haven't been down here for a few months, and all the gorse has grown up. It's almost like a little tunnel. It's pretty cool. And then you see all this mature foliage around and an access leading up to my first gate. So, as I promised, Lakeland setting. Look at this in pretty much a 360 degree angle, we have some of the most idyllic lakeland views you're going to see. The Newlands Valley, stunning place. It's nestled away from the actual hustle and bustle of the main towns, as in Keswick and others that surround. But it's just surrounded by idyllic beauty and tranquility. So who wouldn't want to live in an area like this? Now, for my first place today, I'm seeing a complete renovation project. It definitely needs a bit of extra love, but it is absolutely huge. Loads of barns, other elements there for conversion. I'm just going to swing the camera around and give you a proper tour. But I mean, first of all, we've got all of this around here, which presents so beautifully, and loads of outbuildings that you could pretty much make into whatever you want. This is a place called Blencathra Farm. I'm going to take you through the gate so we can have a bit better explore and show you, yeah, a little bit of love, a little bit of TLC, but after investing a bit in something as rare as this, then you could wake up to magnificent views like this. And I've been blessed to see this before, but I'm just going to take you up here so you can get a proper look. Now that is definitely what I call a view. Absolutely beautiful. And even some nice friendly sheep to be able to enjoy this time with us. So there we go, Blencathra Farm. Let's have a little peek inside, eh? So this property is definitely in need of some renovation. It's been a little while since I think this has been had a good look over, but you've got nice open fireplace. There's plenty of beams and features and other bits that can be put back together again. You've got a kitchen. I mean, it's in need of replacement, but you've got, again, some nice old beams. There's a good size utility area, which is going to be quite useful. Following on through, some of the big old doors are in here. They're quite original, which is lovely to see. And then coming to here, which is a little bit dark, and I haven't turned the electric on, but you've got a nice big corridor. I think this would originally be the kind of main entrance door. And there's a reception room in here. But it is worth noting that all of this is just timber, so it could all be taken down and you can make it into something a bit more open, a bit bigger. Then you've got a room in here which is actually pretty good. I think it's been redecorated. It's got some floorboards there that are exposed which could be redone. But nice skimmed ceilings and skimmed walls, so in pretty nice order. There's a doorway here that goes through into another area of the house. And then there's a bit of a bathroom area in here. Again, it's in need of a bit of TLC, a bit of love, but nothing bad at all. Something that could be done fairly quickly. And then have a peek out of these little windows. In every direction, the views are absolutely breathtaking. So up here, I never noticed that before. The stairs are old oak. So there's a bit of history, clearly, which has gone into those. I mean, looking at the building, I mean, I'd need to check, but it does look as though it's something which is going to be 200 or 300 years old at least. You can imagine if it could tell the stories of all the farming era all the farming that's gone on here over the years and all of the changes that have happened in such a rural and such a remote location when transport and travel was definitely harder. And then looking out the windows again over those remarkable views. This place has got so much going for it. Just, it feels a little unloved, but that's something that can be rectified, in my opinion, fairly quickly, and then you get to have that Lakeland dream. Another big bedroom. So we've got 1, 2, 3, another smaller bedroom in here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we've got a room in here. I didn't move the furniture out of the way, but we've got a 5th in here, and there's another bathroom at the end here. So with a bit of imagination, a bit of a reconfiguration, and also maybe a bit of a different thought with what you can do with it. There's a lot for this place to give. Hey, I get to see all the nicest places, but just imagine this completely finished and done to exactly your taste. This could be rather special. So I'm just going to go dark for a second when I get through this hallway. There we go, I'm back. So what a lovely place. I mean, this is a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity for us to be able to have a look at it, and also for people to look at this, potentially to be able to buy something very different, very Lakeland orientated and very special. But it doesn't finish there. So let's have a peek in here. So attached to this property, there's barns, various barns, which would have been used for agriculture for many years. But I'm just going to turn the camera around because we've got a walled back here, which then leads onto this sort of pole barn. There's a little room up here, which could be used for storage or something else. Quick peek at this barn outside, because it'll make a little bit more sense. So there's extra developable areas. First of those, I suppose, could include this barn, which is at the back. Now, I'll just turn the camera around. You've got quite a decent amount of storage space in here. And yeah, it's an empty barn. If I take this through a little further and keep exploring, we've got a workshop in here, if I remember rightly. Yeah, which is fab. There's a lot of space here, which can easily be used for potential conversion, keep it as a workshop. There's all sorts of different things. And that then leads all the way through here into another lock-up section with huge ceilings here, and the potential for maybe creating this into a holiday let or into something annex orientated. It seems like it's all there to do, and another wonderful addition to this property. But what I haven't shown you, and I'm not going to go into because they definitely need a little bit more in the way of building works to be able to show you how they would sit properly. But we've got a nice end here, which, if I turn around and show you, this section, whoop, there we go, just here, is a dual-storey barn. And that backs either side onto the fells. So is there some potential to be able to take this nice size 5-bedroom house, but maybe extend it further, put some glass on the end, really capitalise on those views. But, well, it's not the best job, sorry, not the worst job in the world to be able to look after things like this. And there's also another building behind us which could be used for garaging or for storage or maybe for conversion as well. So much to look at. But that's us finished at Issachar Farm today. It's about time to get on the road and go and have a visit at another location. Here we go. We've got the jets going over the top. Wow. That is amazing. Over the top of the mountains. Oh, here we go. Here's a second. that, literally. That is genuinely my idea of heaven. Imagine being able to bomb through the Lake District Mountains on a day like today in a fantastic fighter jet. So if there's any of you out there that's got a jet that want to take me through the Lake District National Park, please, I would absolutely love that. Time to go to our next destination. We've got the Britton family in the car with us. We're going to head now into Keswick. Give us a little wave, Iz. We're going to head now into Keswick, and there we go. Have a little bit of lunch, and then get ourselves prepared to be able to get on to our next destination. And now this is a very exciting one too. Seeing something in the Newlands Valley in the Lake District National Park, beautiful. But there is a part of Cumbria which is not known by everyone, which is the Eden Valley. And it's a place that's very, very dear to my heart as well, as I've lived there for the last 12 years. The Eden Valley is an iconic, beautiful, stunning location, surrounded by the Pennines. It's very much a place where people live, where you have small communities of people, a lot of agricultural, a lot of industry, and it's been such a brilliant place to be able to bring up our children. So we're going to go there now. And the place I'm getting to see is something I can't afford to buy, or otherwise I would have had it. But it's there's a long process has been gone through to be able to have a grand design style property built at the top of a hill overlooking the Pennine Mountains with 30 acres of land and your own river stream system going through it. Honestly, this screams what David would want, but I'm probably a few years off of this yet. So we're now going to hit the road and find our way to Newby in the Eden Valley. See you soon. Bye-bye, Newlands Valley. It has been fantastic visiting you. Last look before we hit the Eden Valley. So now we're entering the Eden Valley.